Hello everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today we are going to be finishing up a journal that I've been working on, the final stuffing with really cool old ephemera, things like that. But I wanted to let you know that it is June and I am running a botanical bonus, a big beautiful botanical bonus that is automatically included with every fundle purchase. So your regular fundle, which is going to have a nice collection of 100 plus pieces of ephemera, some antique, some vintage, some just beautiful items that you can tuck into a junk journal automatically without a code or a coupon. You will get the big beautiful botanical bonus added to that. That's 20 plus items. I'm going to show you a quick flip through of what comes in a bonus so you have an idea. They're all a little bit different based on supplies, but in general they'll cover the same categories. So you're going to get a beautiful collection of botanical stickers and botanical postage stamps in some glassine envelopes, vintage envelopes. And this might be for somebody who is interested in flower journals, botanical journals, nature journals, eclectic journals, whatever you like. This will give you some base things to work with to amplify the botanical essence of your journal. And there's going to be botanical related papers. So it's going to be everything from trees, flowers, leaves, some botanical DigiKit photos. Here's some botanical business cards. And like I said, they will all be a little bit different based on supply. And 20 plus items, some beautiful botanical imagery from some gorgeous books. I go gaga over flowers. It's a thing. And some, maybe a beautiful a vintage greeting card with floral essences in it. And I have a nice collection of vintage wallpaper and have some beautiful botanical prints. So I shared those with you as well. Some botanical wrapping paper, some botanical fabrics that I have. So those are the types of things that you will get in addition to without any extra effort if you buy a fundle in June 2026 from the Paper Outpost in my Etsy shop. So there you go. Just so you know what that is. The other thing that's going on is I have my DigiKits out for June. So I wanted to show you those. And we've got July 4th coming up, so I thought this would be fun to put out in June. This is called Independence Day, and these are some big images. You can cut these individually out, or you can use the whole sheet, and you can print this out on cardstock, or you can print it out on copy paper, whatever you like. And you can do these individually, or you can use it as one sheet. Maybe you're decorating for a party, or you want to have some pretty cards, or place cards, whatever it is you wanted to use for July, the 250th anniversary. I got you covered here. So these are some beautiful images. Here's a nice tall one. Maybe you want to put that on your door or put that in people's mailboxes, whatever, just some fun. And that's called Independence Day. And then the next one, I love this one. This is a soft, muted, I'm going to call it like an antique, early maybe 1900s. I call it like a French market theme with a flower cart in it. And it's just beautiful. Explosions of flowers. I guess I was really into this summer botanical feeling, and I was rolling with it with these beautiful images. They're really great for junk journal making. Some are different styles, and I wanted to give you some variety depending on what you were creating. You might like to do it a little bit differently here and there to give you some different things to play with. These make extra greeting card fronts as well. They're really pretty, or focal points for your junk journal covers. And here's some smaller ones in case you want some smaller ones to do whatever you like. Make little corner pockets or little things to tuck into, little mini journal cards to tuck into your pockets, things like that. Lots of variety there. So think French, Paris, flower cart market feel. Yeah, so that's that one. And then the next one is Jersey cow. That's right, this is Jersey cow. And this is basically a cow with a floral wreath and some butterflies and maybe a bird's nest. Why not? Because this is a familiar scene if you like country scenes or nature scenes. You might like Jersey cow. And I'm a big cow lover. I like cows. My mom grew up on a farm where there was cows, and she used to tell me, "Oh, Pam, you could look it into their big brown eyes. They're so soulful. They're such beautiful creatures." And she always told me the funny story about the cows that got out of the, penned area, and they got into the apple orchard, and they ate all the green apples off the tree, and they bloated. They got the gas thing where Grandpa had to come along and pound a pipe into their side to release the gas, or the cows would explode with I don't know, apple gas, I guess. But everything was fine. Apparently, it's a thing that is done out there in the world. So Grandpa saved the day. And this one is called, hydrangea watercolor. So if you've ever seen hydrangeas, they're very, very beautiful, big-headed flowers with lots of little flowers in the big head of flowers. And they come in different colors, and they're just gorgeous. The indigo purple ones, pink, white ones, and you can get them as a plant, and they're so pretty, so very pretty. So if you like soft, florally designs, they're all done in what looks like a watercolor motif. So very pretty. Some have butterflies and dragonflies and things like that. And here's like more of a neutral one. So that is hydrangea watercolor. And then the last one for June is puddle ducks. Puddle ducks. Okay. So puddle ducks harkens back to farm, maybe a feeling of Holly Hobby meets Little House on the Prairie. That's what I want to call it. So you've got little collections of little duck families, mama duck, baby duck, maybe two sister ducks, little ducks dressed up in cute little capes. And I don't know, I just think they're so adorable and so cute. I've always had a soft spot for ducks. And I rehabbed a duck once in my pool. It was a Peking duck here. Somebody had let go on the lake. It grew up, and then it had a broken leg. And I saw it out there on my grass, so I was able to catch it. And, I took it to the vet, and we did the whole, he had to put the bones back together with wires to get the leg to stay. It had to rehab for weeks and weeks and weeks. And he said I could take it home and let it live in the lanai in the pool for a while. And boy, when that duck saw that pool when I came home, that thing flew out of my hands and went to that water so fast. So when they say like it takes the duck to water or something, that's a real thing. Okay, so I told you about those things. Let's get into the crafting part. So I was upstairs pulling out some stuff. So these are the things I'm going to be pulling from for stuffing my journal. Some beautiful Gothic pages, some old newspapers, some old business papers, magazine ads, vintage, you name it, fun things in here to add into junk journals. Here's an old certificate from high school. Mildred Carver, she graduated, in 1928. So just very interesting items that you may or may not have the opportunity to come across in your life. Orpha Klinker went to public school in 1900. Third grade, and here were the classes that she took. I think I love this old school ephemera. So yeah, I've got just all sorts of fun things here. We'll take a quick peek through here. I just sometimes go and pull out random items and say, okay, I'm going to take these things and work on them in my journal and just have some fun. Here's some labels. Here's one for some beer, and here's one for cigarettes. These are old vintage labels. It's just kind of cool stuff. And an old comic from days gone by. I mean, this just stuff is so cool. This is from the Oddfellows Hall. It's something to do with their physician certificate for a sister, wife, or widow. I mean, it's just very interesting historical data. Just little oddities and pieces of information. And some old dictionary stuff. I love this stuff. This is great too. When you get the little dictionaries, you can fold this up and tuck it into a pocket or a tuck or an envelope or something like that. Some coins. I mean, these are just like interesting things to look at. I don't know. I'm fascinated by this stuff. Here is an old, it's like a microfiche or something like that. And I think that's German. Yeah, Menschen. That sounds like German. Yeah, Wurtstadt. Yeah, that sounds very German. And here's some old handwritten letters. Beautiful. Look at that. They didn't waste an ounce of space with letter writing back then. Look at that. We got to cram it in. There's a few more things I got to say. So, a lot of fun things. Oh, I've got some great pictures to put in this journal as well. I got look at this little girl. And of this one, this is a little family out on the farm. That looked a lot like Canada back then in the winter. And but I think these actually came from Russia, these pictures. Look at this. This is a great one. I love this. Oh, so cute. And so I'm going to put those in there. And just here's an Edith Holden page. We'll work her in. Here's a little slide. Very cool. That looks like something from a museum. I'm holding it up, taking a peek at it. Here's a, it says either a mailing card. It's a postcard. Here's a greeting card. Here's another postcard. Here's some very, very old handwriting. You can kind of notice like anything that looks like this is going to be 1800s. Yeah, this stuff, you got that yellow look on it. And it's a certain style of writing that they used to do back then. This little L or S, I'm never sure, things like that, tend to denote 1800s or earlier style of writing, if they were learning how to write back then. This looks like foreign writing, the 1907. See, that's a little bit different. And this looks like, well, that's pretty old. But maybe not as old. Let me see if I got a date on this. Where is this? Oh, wow, this is really old. 1807, if that's correct. Oh, wait, something 1880. Okay, I would believe that more. Maybe she was born in, maybe that's an address too, I don't know. But 1800s in, now this is a different language. But the paper is all velvety soft, and you can really feel the age of this paper. That's amazing stuff. Different from this style of writing. I don't know if there's a date on here. Some stuff has dates. Somebody was writing out Bible phrases and things like that, or maybe their Bible study class, and it's very old as well, but different. This is probably more, I would say, maybe early 1900s, mid 1900s, something like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. And then here are some prescriptions from days gone by, and these might be more like the 40s. Okay, so you can kind of see how the writing changes over time. And look at writing today. People don't even use cursive anymore. They just go straight for printing or typing. I mean, that seems to be the thing. Cursive is disappearing right before our eyes. So just from some other fun things in here, some tickets, little cards, a ledger, some library cards, more ledger. Oh, but here's an old, I love this. I just love this. This was my mother back in the day in the 60s. I mean, that was her. You know, I guess that was that classic Jackie O kind of look, you know, when she was dressing up. Look at the little white gloves. Oh, come on. That's beautiful. Yeah, so just fun things. So let's see what we're going to do here. Where's that journal? Now you're going to say, Pam, that journal's already stuffed. Not to me. Maybe to you, not to me. And this is totally a personal call. You can stuff the bejeebers out of your journals. It's perfectly okay. Or you can leave them flat so they lay flat. Perfectly okay. But I have a lot of pockets and tucks and things like that that are yet unstuffed in here. And it is not mandatory to stuff every pocket or tuck. You can totally leave things untucked just because you want to allow the person to have a place to put things. Totally fine. Here's a magnet, and this was in here somewhere. It slid out. All right, so let me just go through, find out what is pure decoration versus, okay, here's some pockets. I'm going to go through first and make sure I have all my little pockets. I like to have my pockets with things in them. Here's some old magazines. That's kind of cool. All right, we got some things here. I think I want to add some things here, though. Let me see. So I'm going to need smaller things. Maybe I'm going to add some writing. Here's that really cool old writing. And I love to watch how it was folded back in the day. Like, they often put this area on the back. It was the introduction to something, so I'm going to try and mimic that fold and put it like this. Let's see if it'll fit in here. Maybe I'm going to put that here. I'm going to tack that there. Layer it kind of like that. And I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit at the top. I like that. Maybe on this side, I could put something a little bit different. You know, sometimes you just never know what you're going to put where. So I already put some writing. Maybe I'm going to put a library card in here. Yeah, that feels kind of neat. I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll put this like this. And I'll have this show a little bit like that and layer it like that. There we go. Feeling good about that. I think there's something already in here, so I'm going to leave that as is. I think this is preloaded. All right, that is there. It's just a journal card, but I could tuck something under it, which I think I might do. And I'm thinking, I'm going to take, there's a piece of, see what's on this. Oh, look at this. I just love this paper. It's so cool. I think I might cut this one side off because it's a little crispy. I might even cut this into threes gingerly here so I can, there we go. How does that cut in the back? Not bad. Yeah, we're okay. All right, I'm going to cut these in so I can honor the pieces. And I'm not going to put anything on the back of this one because I think there's writing on the back and I want to use that. So I'm going to tuck that under here. So hoping your day is going well. I spent some time yesterday with some friends. I enjoyed that. I really did. I needed to get out and see people. You know, I mean, sometimes you need to get out and see people, and that was my day yesterday. And I hope you get out and see people every once in a while because it's important. I think I'm going to put some rubber stamps here and some florals. So this is a botanical style journal. There's lots of floral elements, nature elements, and I just enjoy that. It's always an easy place for me to go. I think a lot of people enjoy botanical feels and things like that. So if you don't know what to do, maybe do a let me see if I can put that there maybe. Botanical journal. Maybe today is your day. I'm going to put this little otter. This is an old Vanishing Wildlife tea card or cigarette card. Let's see what this is. Brook Bond. I think that's tea. That's tea from England, I believe. So I can put a couple things in there because it's my journal. Okay? Well, at least for now, it's my journal. Okay, so we have a few things tucked in there. Do we want to put one more? I think that's pretty well stuffed there. 3 things. That's good. Generally don't, like if you have one thing clipped on with one side, I don't want to tuck something under here because it might fall out. Like person will remove this and then whatever's on this page will fall out. So I'll kind of leave that as is. And there's enough stuff going on there that they can enjoy that. There is like a writing page for them. And here, that's a blue page. Oh, we have something in there already. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is just so pretty. So many beautiful botanical elements in here. Oh, wait, here's a tuck. Here's a tuck. Maybe this is where Mrs. Butterick is going to go. Tuck that in there. Now, if I was concerned about Mrs. Butterick, there's not much on this side. And if I was feeling like she needed some reinforcement, without adding too much weight, I could give Mrs. Butterick here a base to sit on. And that way she would not fracture anymore. And I may go ahead and do that. Now, this may not be the perfect place for her. It just depends. What's this? This might have already been in here. I think that just fell out. Yeah, okay, so she's not going to live there. But we'll oh, look at this. I've been busy in this journal. Now I'm remembering how much fun I had in here. This was really a lot of fun. I'm going to just go ahead and do this so you can kind of get an idea of what that's like. It's really pretty darn easy, actually. I'm just going to take a glue stick. Yep, I've still got these old glue sticks. Going through them. Probably need to use them up because they're going to dry out eventually on me. So, yep, I'll be out there in the world looking for other glue sticks too. And I already am trying other glue sticks. And I think the Scotch, whatever that other one is they're making now, the Scotch permanent glue stick one is fine. I mean, it does the job. It's a big, fat, chubby, solid glue stick. Whoop. So, yeah, if you're looking for a good glue stick, I can definitely say that one's okay. So, sometimes you can still find this one. It's really rare now, though, because you guys just bought them all out. It's all your fault. Okay, here we go. Just sticking that down. There we go. There we go. So I don't have everything on here. That's okay. I'm going to cut that off. Yeah. And that way, yeah, there's a little bit of glue there. So I'm going to let that dry over here. But then it's going to be easy to place in the journal. So I might do a few passes of this just to see. I'm balancing things, loading things, and seeing how chubby fat we go. There's a cutie face. I must have been in like little faces. That's pretty. Okay, nice. Oh, we need something to tuck here. Let me take a look here and see what we have in the lovely. And it could be anything. It doesn't always have to be a super old thing. Like here is Titans of the Ice Age, La Brea Tar Pits. Oh, I think I went there in 2022. So I'm going to put that in here. So you can take things of your own day's experience. They don't always have to be super old, but nostalgic. I mean, has anybody been to the La Brea Tar Pits in California? That's a pretty cool spot. If you've never been there, I highly recommend it. Here is a lottery ticket, which is, I don't think it's a winner, but you can double check. But the colors do tend to go here a little bit, so I think I might just slip that in there, which is kind of fun. And, oh, a little grumpy face. How cute are you? All right, let's see. This is a very special page from 1798. It's a old Gothic writing in there, and I put that in here because I just thought it was a nice thing to put in here. I want to put something more here. Let me see. Oh, got some interesting tickets. I'm going to put those in here. These are very old tickets. B8 mileage. There you go. I don't know what that's from, but they're definitely very old. So that's kind of cool. And you can put something extra in here, like we could put a greeting card. Not a greeting card, this is a playing card. I love old vintage playing cards. Oh, when I go to the thrift store and I go to the game section, they usually have these for next to nothing, and you can buy a bunch of them. I mean, it depends on your area. I mean, some places are ridiculously priced. Remember that little belly band that we did like that? It's cockeyed there like that. And so, yes. Oh, I think I can stick something else. I already have a few things in there, but I want to stick something else in there. I just feel like I want to stick something else. So I already used a grading card and this. But, oh, would you fit that? You're probably not wide enough. Nope. Okay, so you're going to go in the later pile. I'm going to put these in the later pile. Here's a journal, like a ledger. That's kind of cool. Maybe I can slip that in there. Because I do like ledger. I know there's something about it. It's extremely intriguing to me. I don't know why. And I don't have to explain it. And neither do you. Okay, let's just put that out there. Neither do you. You can put things in at random. They can be old. They can be new. They can be handmade. They can be collected. It's all good. It's okay. You get blank ledger is very beautiful too. Look at, here's one from 44s to 47s. That's really cool. Maybe this would be a good spot for that because it's got a little bit of pink going on in there. And somebody could make journal cards or pockets or whatever they like out of this stuff. That's kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it fits. Okay, we're good. I like this. It's really pretty. This is Crafty Mouse. Yeah, Crafty Mouse DigiKit. Okay. We can put something here. Maybe this is a good place for an old business letter. This is a German business letter from a wartime, October 1944. So some of this stuff, man, if you could read German, you'd really know what was going on here, but I don't. So I'm just going to gingerly. Does anybody know what that means? Probably something important. So you never know. You come across papers, and you know it's like an adventure when you start looking for these old things, and it's fun. I mean, I find it fun. And everybody asks, where do you get them? Where do you find them? All that kind of stuff. I know. And so really, friends, family, self, garage sales, yard sales, antique malls, consignment shops, thrift stores, flea markets, auctions, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, things like that. So when you start tossing these things out there, let's see, what is that holding on this side? Oh, I love that. That's really pretty. Ugh. Okay, we'll leave that blank. Yes, okay, it's okay to leave things blank. You don't have to cover everything, but you can, and it's okay. Okay, here's a very blank area. Maybe you need some pizzazz here. Yeah, you need pizzazz. Let's see what we have. Oh, we have some 1941 Lugol's solution. There you go. I remember working with Lugol's in school. Okay, here we go. and put you up here. Make it easy for you. There we go. So just fun things to find along the way as they're looking. And it's totally okay to just paper clip things to a page, or you can tuck and hide and do all that kind of stuff. Here's like a fairy. There's that really cool velvety letter from either 1880 or 1807, probably 1880, but that's really old. See the way they wrote that at the top? That word, whatever that word is, a different language as well, but this is a well-loved paper. Ooh, you're a nice sheet too with the butterfly. We could put you in here. Oh, in the envelope. Yeah, let's do that. That would be a really cool find. All right, well, there are some. I put some stickers in there. Botanical stickers. Look at that. But now there's going to be a secret old letter. Now, oh, yeah, that's really cool. So, and if you don't have secret old letters, you know, you can design a secret letter to look old. That's another way. You could coffee dye it or spritz some ink on it and wear it down and do fun things. Okay, here's a bunch of fun things in there. Let's maybe put something colorful back there. This is a little, looks like the front of a greeting card or something from days gone by. And I think that blue color will pop these things nicely. So here's some DigiKit images to be used for little journaling cards. And here's just some random paper painted onto I believe that's oh, I don't think that is a Edith Holden. I think it's something else. But speaking of Edith, here is Edith. And the nice thing about Edith, you can do a lot of things with her pages. Edith was a artist and author back in the day, Edwardian lady who had a beautiful ability to paint and write. And she is well revered in the junk journal community. Now you could take this page and just fold it in half and possibly tuck it into place. Let's see if I can find somewhere we can actually use her stuff. And you could cut out each one of these individual passages and just put them on a page. Would be really pretty. But she has such beautiful font and writing style. It always breaks my heart to like tear up a page, but I really want to use her stuff, so I'm going to do it. Okay. Come here, Edith. Now, Edith has passed. Yeah, she is no longer with us. And I thought she died when she was really young, but I think I stand corrected. I think she was maybe a little bit older than I thought, so maybe in her 40s or something. But I think she drowned she fell off a log on a brook, probably while she was drawing or something. Maybe she hit her head or something. I don't know. But that was what happened according to legend. Unless you guys hear different, let me know. But that's, you know, how I like to research those things. I do. So you can take something like that. And I could just put that there. But, maybe this is what I want to do. That can go under there. This can be like a little pocket. But maybe I'm going to make it a little smaller. A little smaller. And maybe I'm even going to separate this little bottom thing, the words, which will make it a lot smaller, and then I can put that maybe at the top or something. Yeah, tear this off. I love the torn edges. I'm a torn edge girl. I am. Are you a torn edge girl? I'm a torn edge girl. So there we go. And you could ink that, but I think no. I think I'm going to leave it as is. And then I'm just going to glue. That's the plan. Okay, so now I have my glue. This is my Fabrifix glue. In case you haven't seen that, this is This is the bottle it comes in. But this is a very thick-walled bottle. That's why I switch it into this thin-walled condiment twist-top bottle, which also helps keep the air out. So I'm going to gingerly put a small, thin line here and here. Now, with the wisdom of age, I will totally not do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to put it down here, and what would be ideal and smart is to walk away and let that dry completely. But no, I'm going to put something in there right now and hope it doesn't get stuck. Because often when you put things in a gluey, wet area, you might stick your papers, and that's not a good idea. Okay, so I want those baby pictures. Where are they? Oh, yeah, okay, here. Oh, I think she's really cute. They're all really cute. Oh, maybe you? Okay. I'm going to I'm not done with you yet. I'm going to tuck you in here. Yeah, and that's going to help hold you. Yeah, that I like. That's kind of cool. That's a little different. Let's see little faces sticking out. And then I think I'm going to put this little thing down here. So I'm going to come along, and so you can break these pages up and do fun things with them. And I do try and put a page from Edith Holden into my bundles. So If you like those. Now, I think I might ink that. I know I haven't pulled out my dauber in a while. You were wondering, where's your dauber, Pam? You can't be without your dauber for very long. You know that. Here's my little brown dauber. And now I'm going to go on my search for a brown. Here's a brown. First one found. Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. Good little stock brown, medium brown, reliable brown. You can also use shoe polish or makeup if you don't have inkers, things like that. So lots of fun, just listening to the paper. You know, I don't know, there's something about tearing paper. I really like to do that. And then inking. Inking, you know, depends. Like if you got to ink a lot, it's not always fun. But if you've got little areas you want to ink, that's extra fun. I don't know, for me it is. You let me know if you're an inker or not. How about that? All right, there we go. Oh, this is a cool page. See, something very simple. This was just rubber stamping with some dauberage around the edges and a mushroom stamp, or a mushroom sticker. Oh, my botanical little guy. Made of flowers and rose leaves. I think I can stick something on this page. Let's see. I've got my pictures. Because this already has... Oh, you know what? I think I'd like to put an advertisement or something like that. I've got some cool advertisements from these old magazines. And let me get my scissors out. Here we go. Zud. Does anybody remember Zud? That sounds vaguely familiar to me somehow. Zud and pain and calluses and living fence and clothing's replaced if damaged by moths. How about that? There's a guarantee worth writing home about. I love these old ads. I find them very, very nostalgic. So do what speaks to you. You know, don't be afraid. You go out there and you do fun things for yourself. Yeah. And don't care what anybody else says. No, you just enjoy your papers. You don't have to explain them. No, you can just put them in there. And everything will be just fine. Be okay. It'll move you up. Keep you a little bit south. And maybe I want to put some, I don't know, I want to put like something along the bottom here just to say I did. And I've got this worn lipstick Distress Oxide and a button peg stamp. I get these from Nora Jane on Etsy. And I just like her stuff. I don't know her. I just like her Etsy shop, and she has good quality stuff. I've always been really happy with the stamps, so I just thought I'd share that out there. There, that's really cool. And she seems to have a good variety. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, there's not enough variety in the world of peg stamps, but she gets it. And you could use, they don't have to be. You can get square stamps. I mean, it doesn't have to be round, but I find them very finger friendly. Oh, here's another place. Oh, yeah, we got some places to put some stuff. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, we got some. This is nice. Here we go. Yeah, this is going to play off the green there. I'm going to put this up here. These are old S&H green stamps. Anybody remember those? Now, I could lick those, but probably toxic glue at this point. So I'm going to not lick them and try to gingerly not tear them apart. It's going to be a little tricky, but I think I can do. Oh, yeah, it's starting to tear. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I think I'm good. All right. There we go. All right, so yeah, like things that harken back to another time, maybe a simpler time, maybe whatever it is that you found intriguing in the day. Here's an interesting little card. This is a postcard, I believe. Yeah, that looks like from the Rhine, so I'm guessing that's probably German. It could also be Austria. Don't know, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. I'm fascinated by old writings and old paper. And what else do we have here? Oh, yes. Yeah, where are my DigiKits? I want to put in I've got some botanical things that could go in here. So let me go ahead and put some in here. Oh, this would be nice. I think the flower carts would be very pretty for this particular. Oh yeah, there we go. We've got some purpleus in the band. There's purple here with the leaf stenciling things, and then you can throw leaves just on paper and then spray ink over them, and you will have some really pretty leaf stencils. Yeah, there's some cool things you can do out there. So don't be shy. You just jump in and go rummage around in the yard or the park or the garden or your neighbor's garden. and pull out some stuff and, you know, maybe ask permission, maybe not. I'll leave that up to you. Maybe, you know, your neighbor would be fine. Maybe you'll have to negotiate a junk journal. You never know. You know how it goes sometimes? You just never know with these things in life. I think that's a pretty... Okay, so that's pretty easy. So I think I'm going to do an upper one. Like it's going to be a tuck like that. And it's very easy to do. Just flip it over and you put your glue down. There, that's really nice. And I call this like an upper tuck. So you can put quite big things in there. And while that's drying, I'm just going to grab a little piece of something foofy and frilly to put across the top. Oh, these are pretty. Let me grab these. This is from the last time I cleaned up my desk, and I think all the colors work. So I do like pinks and blues and greens and things like that. I find that I tend to gravitate towards those a lot. Now I could do a plain thing at the top, or I could do a little more flowers. And since it's a flowery journal, I'm not afraid to go flowery. This one is blue. That's pretty. I do like it. That matches that kind of color right here. So I think I'm going with that. That's the decision that this girl has made on this day of this week. Okay, here we go. We're cutting it here. All right, so I hope you guys are having fun out there and everything is good in your world and you are enjoying life and having fun and singing and crafting the entire time. Okay, that's right. That was what I hope for you. Okay. If you don't, see, the good thing about crafting is you can do it no matter what kind of mood you're in. You know what I mean? If you, you don't even have to feel creative. You can just go there and start tearing and gluing paper and just, all I can say is lower your expectations and have fun. Yeah. Make it easy and make it joyous for yourself. And it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be worth it. Now, if you want to have more indication that there is something there, which I'm going to do, I'm going to take the seam binding. I probably used food color, I want to say, to dye this whitish bisque seam binding. So if you like seam binding, and why we like it in junk journal world is because it's very thin and it doesn't bulk up your journal. Like that would scare me. But if you want to keep your things not too bulky, this is great material, seam binding. So I'm just going to make a little loopy-loo. I mean, nothing really fancy, but just a little indication that you can put something under there. So it's wiggly and wrinkly, and I like that. So I'm just going to work with that. So I'm just going to literally open this up again. Okay, and I'm going to plop it on here. There we go, right there. So why don't you tell me what you're making today? What are you working on? Are you just goofing around? Sometimes we need just relaxed days where we're not actually making anything, but we're just playing with paper. And I think that's very good for creative imagination stimulation. Like, don't ever be hard on yourself because you didn't create a masterpiece. No. Not every day is about creating a masterpiece. Some days are. Sometimes you can have a lot of fun doing that. And other days, you just want to be with the paper. And very, very enjoyable, very healthy thing to do. I'm rounding the corners here. I just really used to be rounded. This is a crocodile corner chomper, which I didn't do very well there. Back in there. Oh, you got to get the paper pen. I can't see from this angle. Am I in? Okay, well, that's not bad. Let me fix that a little bit. But generally it does a really good job if you can see what you're doing. There, okay. Well, maybe we're going to go with little corner cuts because I think that's going to look better on this one. Okay, there we go. You can also do that and skip the entire corner chopper and just cut it so you don't have to do that all the time. This is cute. Where's my dauber? I want to daub my dauber. And this is like a little mason jar cutout. So if you have the mason jar punch, you can do that. It's a kind of a cute little, just magical plants on there. That's cute. And this book is all about magical plants and the beauty of nature, flora, flowers, florals, things like that. Lots of prettiness. Just going to put you up there. Okay, so now I can tuck something in here that probably has glued together nicely. Here's a nice page. This is a page from a child. I think it's like a child's book or a how to write compared to how you print, what the difference is, which I think is kind of cool. And it might be a little bit much all in itself. Let me trim it down a bit. All right. I do like the rough edge. Like some would want to trim that off, but I just think it's kind of cool. The fact that it's torn from the book is cool to me, so I'm going to leave that as is and tuck it under here. And I think that's, I'm going to actually slide it over so it shows a little bit so people can see there's something under there. Maybe I want to do something at the bottom. You don't have to again, but you can if you want to. And I think it's going to be a bumblebee this time. And maybe I'm going to do green just to balance as I'm designing the page. And each little page kind of honestly designs itself. These are like random bees going in different directions. Okay, there. We'll be on the move. That's right. Okay. So I don't know if I've shown you how I store my peg stamps. Let me kind of swing that over there. See that little container? That holds my peg stamps. So I pull them out and then things slide down and I can put them back in. It's just an easy way to see all the surfaces of it so I know what I have. And so just a little tip there. And, well, I think that we'll stop here, but we will continue on. I have a lot more to put in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But, yeah, so lots of fun. Remember that the big botanical bonus is going on right now. If you order a fundle in June 2026, automatically you will get the big, beautiful botanical bonus with your fundle. And also the new DigiKits are out for June, so check those out as well. Let me find little Mr. Fluffer Pants. Hold on. Let me move my book before I bring up Fluffer. All right, hold on. Fluff? Are you here? Yep, right here. Come here, boo-boo. It's time for your puppy. I know. Come on, honey. I know. All right. Okay, here we are. Yes. Oh, we have somebody's quite sleepy today. Oh, maybe even snoring. Snoring on the job. I'll cover for you, Sunshine. Just keep sleeping. Hi, this is Junior Cub Pup Reporter. I'm a little sleepy today. Oh, and I'm snoring. Okay, as puppies do. Okay, so I'm 5, so I'm not really puppy, but I'm always puppy-like because I'm small. And so if you mistake me for a puppy, I will not mind that. Like I'm not going to stand here and say, I'm a big dog. Look at me. Hear me roar. Okay, I can bark. Don't get me wrong. I can have a good barkity-doo-dah anytime I see a squirrel or a leaf moves. Okay, those are my triggers. And a horse. If we're watching Yellowstone and a horse runs by, Sunshine has something to say about that horse because Sunshine, that's a very big dog. And don't get me wrong, I know my place. I'm a small dog. But I let myself be known because I'm very safe behind the glass screen because those horses never come out and get Sunshine. Sunshine makes them stay on the other side of the glass screen, as they should. Yeah, that's right. There's no funny business around here. Nobody mucks with Sunshine's world. They don't come in here. No, they don't. I keep them all away. That's right. I'm a good little sentry. Yes, you are. Okay. So I'm going to continue to sleep. I hope you're having a grand day. Happy crafting and play with the papers and have yourself a good old time. Bye. Well, don't you have a southern accent? I think you're picking that up from Yellowstone. I think that's what's going on. So, okay. So if you don't know, I have a free monthly emailed newsletter. And you get a free digital image emailed to you every month with the newsletter, a checklist of supplies, a note from the bookmaker, a page list of ideas on how to break a blank page. My videos come out Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcast, new about junk journaling, paper crafting, life of a crafter, and answering your crafty questions from YouTube. New audio material comes out Tuesdays. And then on the other days of the week, you're going to see video podcasts uploaded there. And you can watch those on Spotify or listen to the podcast audio anywhere you like on your favorite podcast platform. I have an Etsy shop where you're going to find DigiKits and fundles. And I have a print and mail option. If you like DigiKits, but you don't have a printer or don't like to print, I will print out 10 DigiKits at a time for you. And all I need for you to do is buy the print and mail option and then send me the list of the 10 DigiKit names that you want through my Etsy message. I will print those out on nice lightweight cardstock, and I will ship that to you free priority mail shipping. You'll get it quickly, and you can have fun with your crafting. And I also have an Amazon shop. If you're looking for favorite tools and supplies, I do my best to put the links in there. Also, there's a new little product link on my videos that I do my best to put links to the items that you see me use in there, because I know a lot of people ask me about glue and scissors and this and that, and a device or something like that. So I like to put those in there if I can do that. I also have a merchandise shop. If you like the phrase "create with reckless abandon" or "everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise," right now I have dried roses and essential oils in here. So, yeah, it's making my craft room smell so good. Okay, and what else? You can find me on all the different social media platforms. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun doing weekly and monthly challenges over there. And also, love to see what you guys make from these video ideas. So come on over and join us. We'd love to have you. And remember, most of all, that fun can be simple. And create with reckless abandon, everybody. Oh, we have only yet begun to fill this baby. And yes, you will be for sale soon. So stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.